All right, so hey, this is Michael Webs Unweaved, and I'm here with Carlene from the Natural Health and Wellness
Yeah, coaching
Coaching
club.
Club.
Yes, yes. I'm really
Yes,
passionate about people looking nice, keeping young. I'm in my 50s and people say I'm 35 and that's what I want for my clients. Yes.
yes, yeah, I can
Yes.
see that. I can see that.
Yes, indeed.
So why don't you tell me about your
Yes.
business and your coaching club?
Okay. All right. For many years I've been practicing and studying natural health. I I started to be health conscious when I was in my late 30s. And before that, I used to wake up in the morning and I would drowsy and feel that I don't sleep enough. And, a lot of people have that state where they feel tired and and all of that. And I got this book about natural health and I started studying and then I started to go training and all of that. And I started to practice natural way of living, like just reinstate like what our foreparents or our ancestors used to do. And then I started to research people that live like 75, 80 up to 100, what they do. I want to know why they live so long, and I start to, you know, ask questions. Yes, because I want to live long, and I hate to see people dying young, especially successful people. Because and in my research, my finding is that the poorer people, we'll call them the poorest of people, they are living till they are 90 and 100 and even more. And successful people in PhD, people with, you know, dying so 40, 50, 60. And then
Mhm.
I start to say, no, this is not right. They don't have food, they don't have money, they don't have everything. But what I found now is that the poorest people say, oh, I don't have money to go to the doctor, so I have to take care of my health. And so they are more health conscious, they understand what to eat, what to do to keep healthy. Now, the successful people, I put them in four categories. At my launch, when I launched my club, my topic was leveling the health score. I said, a lot of your credit score is healthy. You'll do anything to level it and fix it if anything go wrong. And your financial score is healthy as well. But when it comes to your health score, it's starving. And that's where I come in. So while you are out there busy, taking care of your dream, your goals, and being, and as I say in my profile, I'm here to help humanity, but especially business executive, because a lot of them, they drink their coffee quick in the morning, they go on to the office and they work and work and work, and then they leave their health a million miles behind them because it's, oh, I have some money and when I get sick, and so sad when they start to getting sick now, um they're losing their kidney or their heart racing and all these things. Sometimes the money can't help. And that's why I say to them, stop feeling your pain and allowing the doctors to gain. Because if you don't take care of your health, guess what? They're going to gain from your pain. Okay?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yes,
That's right.
exactly. And so when I started to study Michael, honestly, I never know that down the road, God was going to give me the passion to help other people. I was doing it for myself and my family. Even at a disease called Noxemer, you must know about this, where especially children, it's in their joint and under their neck, that's itchy and scratch. All
Yes,
right.
Eskimo. Yeah, yeah, the ski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
God. So many people living with it, like a life thing. And I've been helping people with that. The first person that I helped was my daughter. I'm a mother. I have two daughters. My daughters are at their own and all of that. Very,
Oh,
have
nice,
their own
nice.
business and all of that. And I raised two other young lady where one of them I saw the mom once and one the father once. They were abused and abandoned, and I take them in and help them. And one of them is a businesswoman like my daughters, and the other girl is a midwife nurse. So they're all successful.
Mhm.
Because I say to parents, don't spoil your children. If not, they're going to be liability in society, not asset.
Right.
And so my daughters know of their own family and all of that. They're in their 30s and they have their own life. I don't have to give them money. I don't have to do nothing to I educate them, I guide them. And that's what so when even child guidance, how I started to even help with that,
Mhm.
when my girls were going to high school, because they were so manners and bright, educated, the principal and guidance teacher would ask me, could you help by taking other people's children in your home a short term? And sometimes I take them for 3 weeks, for a month, for 2 months. No matter how you see them giving problem at home, at folk, when they come to my home and they're brand new. And so I have um, that skill about me, and I don't believe in children should be abused or beaten them and all of that. I
Mhm.
don't believe, like you say to a child, Tom, sit there and he's standing, or all right, I play with my kids, I tell them a Nancy story, and I like to tell stories. But when it's serious time, when I say do that, I mean do it, and let them know when it's playing time and when it's serious time. And another thing too, what time you come in from school or wherever. I tell them what time. They can't walk in any time in my house.
Right.
And you see nowadays, it's like, it's the kids, it's the parents. And
Mhm.
you see, that's what we have all these burdens that going to school, killing off teacher and killing off because of the training at home. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
say to kids, um, you are guests in my house until you reach 18 or 20. When you get home and I come to your house, I'm going to be your guest. I have to do it your way. So you're going to do it my way. So
Mhm.
my child, if one evening in later, he should come home from school 4 and he come in 5. Why? It must be a serious explanation why you're late. You can't just walk in, and as they grow older, I give them more space, more, and I know them more can take care of it. I let the rope, let them. And I end up was a single parent. Their dad went on a ship to work for 10 years out of the 14 years of marriage. And so, with that and many other things, we broke up and I divorced him. And I stayed with my girls, didn't marry again, and all of that. And grow them without. I was a single mother, and father, and I grew good kids. So I have that skill as well. And so now back to why I said, so my daughter now, she used to play with this cat. And she developed this thing on her skin, the one I told her about, not serious.
Eczema.
Yes.
Eczema. Yep.
And I took her to several doctors, and they would prescribe things, medicine or pill or ointment. And the moment I finish, it would come back, appear back. And I said, I'm not going to let my child live with this. And that
Mhm.
was how I started to source natural remedy. Yeah.
Right.
And I found something that I rub on her skin, squeeze it, mix it with honey and other thing, give her the drink, and this is something in the blood to treat. And she, at my launch, she was telling the people, giving a tribute to her mom and so on. So she don't have it ever since. And she was like,
Wow.
yes. And so I have helped a lot of people. But I used
Mhm.
to do this over the years, like as hobby or volunteer, just helping people, tell them what to do to have flat tummy. um, what
Now,
to
when did you start? I see you're a pastor. When did you become a pastor?
um, well, that over 5 years ago, I was a date,
5 years ago.
but I have a passion for ministry. If I tell you, I'm a Christian ever since I'm 13 years old.
Mhm.
I grew up with that Christian principle. My family was not Christian. I bring my mother to God. I become a Christian after a drowning incident that I've been through, a drowning situation. God rescued me. I'm going to tell you. Okay. When I go on stage, I always share my testimony, how
Mhm.
I accept this God and believe that He's real and so on. All right. We went on a school trip. I'm from the Highlands. I live here, immigrated here many years ago. And we went on a school trip, and as children, we were in the water. I was 13 then, playing and riding on each other back.
Mhm.
And there was this young lady, she was 2 years older than me. I was 13 and she was 15, she was my neighbor. When it was my turn now to go on her back, she come and man, we played in the water. Then she took me, I see she took taking me out in the sea, you know. But we were playing, I didn't know. She was taller than me. And the girl took me and threw me away and ran and left me. And I started to drown. Yes. And I was there next door to that. I can tell you when a person drowns and you go up maybe 3, 4 times, the foot not touching the water. And I have my 2 hands up in the air and I was calling, her name was Hayoni. And I said, Hayo. But I tried, my mouth would fill up in water. And I would try call for her and, you know, shouting, trying to call her. My eye was dark. I couldn't see. I was drowning. But as I was there, God spoke to the sea because I know there was no one there to rescue me. Our teachers and the big people that took us was on the sand having picnic. But after a quick second, the last time now, I just found me on the sun where I was out of danger reach. And at that time, I didn't understand that that was a miracle from God. God was protecting a purpose in my life. But what I did when my eye cleared up, you know, I was very terrified though, you know, frightened, I'm telling you. Yeah, so I stood up for a little while, I couldn't see anything. My eye, you know, the seawater, my eye was dark. And when my eyes cleared up enough that I could see again, I ran back to shore, searching for my friends. Then I found this girl. And I said to her, Ayumi, why you do this to me? We were playing. And it's like she didn't sorry. She said, why you coming back in the first, you know, like she, and Michael, I grew up as a private child. I don't like to talk. When I talk things, it's like long after, because I don't like telling someone and they give me wrong advice. I learned to think on my own. Yeah, so I don't like to, especially something bad happened to sometimes when I talk, it is like a testimony down the road. So I went home and I kept this for over 6 months as a secret. Didn't tell her dad because her dad would beat her so bad. They were my neighbor. And I didn't tell mom about it. But guess what happened to me? I developed the fear of death. And fear of death started to haunt me so bad that each night when I go to bed, and they are sleeping, I'll wake up in the night and I'll just find it, I'm like in the sea, like I'm drowning, just like what happened to me. And I could not contain myself. I was just terrified. But I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't tell anybody. But God knew what was happening to me. That's why I have this passion for God. So after 6 months, my mom, who was not a Christian, she got a vision. She got this dream that it was a New Year Sunday. You know, New Year, some people don't go to church like during the year, maybe Christmas, New Year, and those times they go to church. So mom was like that, you know, she would send us to a church, to a Sunday school, but she only go those times. But she got this specific dream that we should go to another church in another area. So she got up and she told us a dream. And she said, you know, last night I dreamed that we must go to Eglinton Church. And I said, wow. And she did have 6 of us. My last brother didn't born yet. She have 7 of us, including a set of twins. And so I was the eldest one. So I said, Mom, let's go to that church. But I didn't know nothing about this God or anything. I was 13 years old, a child. So when I got dressed that morning, we reached a crossroad. And Mom started to waver her mind. But I said, Mom, you get the dream. Let's go. Let's obedient to God. He said, go. So we ended up going to this church. And when I went to the church, it was an old-fashioned Church of God church where they clap and sing and not the tambourine. They didn't have fancy drum and keyboard in their church like in our modern world, you know, but the little shake and, you know, from the hooks. So I used to love that, you know, that happy spirit. So for the next 4 months now, it was when that happened in January. Every Sunday morning I was doing my chores, trying to do everything to please Mom. I want to go back to this church. I want to go back. So she would send me back to Sunday school. So I even joined the Sunday school now and, you know, become a Sunday school. Yeah. By then I started to read nearly 14 now. And sometime in April now, there was a harvest Sunday. And there was a elderly lady who was sent from another church, about 7 miles away, to preach at this church. She was a prophetess. Anything happened, she can call you out and say, you know, just said God, and you know, I should tell. And while she was preaching that Sunday, she started to prophesy. And she said, someone in here today, the Lord love you. The Lord is a mark in your life. And I'm not leaving today until I prayed. And longer than me, since we taught the talk, she keep reciting it. So everybody looking around, who this person was. So for the first time, I was sitting by the fifth bench in the church, right beside my mom and my brothers and sisters. She lined up all of us on the bench. And I heard the voice of God. When I hear people talk about God's voice, it's you, it's you, it's you. And I said, no, God, I'm not going up there today. So I was planning to ask my mother to excuse me to go outside to the bathroom because I was so scared, Michael. I was so scared. We need to go up for altar. No, I was so scared. I was so scared. So while I was planning, because the restroom was outside, not like in our modern church, you have to go outside and go in a corner. So I was getting ready because I was there under heavy conviction. I was so, I don't know. But as I was going to say, Mom, I just feel a hand hold on to me. So when I looked towards the pastor, she said, come here, little girl, come with me. And she took me up to the altar. And they prayed for me. And after they prayed, she said, testify. So I didn't know what to say because I was just 13 going 14. But I remember our Father prayer, Mom used to teach us, and the Lord's my shepherd. But I opened my eyes and I looked around and everything looked new. My mom, my brothers and sisters, the flowers, the chairs, everything. I know I went somewhere and back. And I know the secret that I was keeping for almost a year now, because 6 months, all of that was 9 months. But I wouldn't tell anybody. And I know, and I opened my mouth and I said, Lord, I thank you for saving my life. And thank you for saving me today. And I'm going to serve you the rest of my life. And the moment I say that, the spirit of death and fear that was all over me just erased. And from that day, over 40 years, I no fear again. Yes, yes.
That was when you decided that you were going to become a pastor, or at least.
Yes. So then I started to preach at school and sing, not knowing that down the road I was going to be an international singer and speaker. I'm also a singer. I'm a songwriter.
Okay, great. Wow.
Yeah, I just did a song for a radio station called Corona, Get Out My Way. So that will be out shortly.
Okay.
Yes, I'll tell you about that. That's a new project. Yeah, I'm also a singer. Yeah, songwriter, very good speaker, singer. And they said your gift make room for you. So that was how I get the opportunity to be living here, because I had to travel on ministry trip all over until barely 5 years ago I got the opportunity to sing at the United Nations and so on and get the opportunity here. Yeah. Right. So I used to know, I fall in love with this God. I was so passionate about this God. And so it's like when somebody fall in love, they fall in love with your new girlfriend or your wife, and so you just want to call. I just fall in love with this God because I know what he did for me, and I was small, but I remember, I know that it was not normal. I know I could swim and he saved me, and the miracle of all of it. So when I go to school now, I would be telling my schoolmates about God and this Jesus. And so before long, teachers and everybody crowd me around, and I would sing for them and preach, and then it got hold of my parents, this little preaching child. And so I started to preach from school. And when I reached 14 now, one day I went home from school, and I remember the bishop and my pastor came to my house to ask my mother if they can allow me to baptize. So the evening, my mom called me and said, Elder Johnson is here and Sister Mac. And they were asking if you would like to baptize. And I was 14 now. And I was so glad because I said, yes, I want to get baptized. I love the Lord. And they planned it. And my mom said, don't send me call it my daughter baptized Lynn. So when we was my mother baptized same time. And I thought the girl that tried to drown me, I invited her to church. She got saved, and I started to invite, and so many people getting saved, getting healed, and all these things. So I'm coming from the old school, loving God, So that's a part of, yes. So ministry wise, yes.
So now, so this is what made you decide to start this business, to be able to help more, because you had this gift of healing and you want to, start a business to allow you to do that.
All right. So yeah. So
What's
let me
been the
tell you.
toughest thing? Sorry,
Mhm.
what has been the toughest thing for you to get this business going?
All right. So now, so ministry wise, as I said, I'm a singer speaker. That's ministry. But business wise now, this the health and wellness. That's a business, a LLC, your LLC.
Right.
So sometime late last year, after I've been helping people a lot, I remember I was in Florida and ministry trip, and I met a lady where doctor told her she couldn't walk again. She sold her car and she was walking with a walker. Two big red bumps came up on her legs. And she sold her car. She walked, that four-corner thing they walk with in front of them. I said to her, you can walk again. She said, no, doctor say. I said, you can walk again. And I have a thing in my element that I do trust solution. Now I have to show them over the internet because corona, you can't go close to people. But I have the trust solution. So I show them the type of exercise to do to get rid of certain pain. The trust solution, that's another form of healing. And plus how they eat, what they drink, and just to line their what to do how to get rid of your migraine naturally and all these things. Right. Yeah, because we are what we eat and what we speak. So I put on my gloves. I don't touch people naturally. I put on my gloves, and for the next 3 weeks, I would start to anoint the lady from down her toes right up to her hip. And each day, then that mark would be fading and fading. After 21 days, that mark fade away, and the woman could walk again. Oh, she said, "Why you didn't let me sold my car?" I said, "You not even believe that you could heal because doctors say doctors." I said, "God are the last vote, not just doctors say." And that and other people. I know this young lady did have a sore. She walked over something, and for 1 year she broke out in leprosy and sore. And they took her to several doctors. She was my neighbor, and she said one of the things no sore was on her ankle and wouldn't better. That no break out and was rotting down to the bone. Oh no. And she was 14, she used to go to high school, and she used to have to carry this big tape on her foot, to dress it, to go to the doctor every 2 days to dress it and all that. Right. And again, I seek God and it what to use. So this is the early part of my natural healing gift. And God dropped in my spirit what to do, and I tell the parents what happened. And I went and I sourced the natural herb. Yeah, a neighbor have the thing in their yard. And I said, "Could you give me some of that?" I said, "Pick what you want." The lady was 103 years old. She said, "Look at me. You see, I'm 103. See, her skin clean and pretty. She and her husband died. She have a lot of tenant, and that woman, like she's 70, looks so beautiful." I said, "Take man." And I took the herb, and I went up and I bathed the girl foot. And I said, "You have to just put it on at night because you have to put on by the tape to go to school." High school she was going. And the first night I put it on, when we take it off in the morning, there was a big piece of dead flesh come up in the foot. And by the third night, a big piece of dead flesh just dropped out. Pop. I'll never see like that. And then we noticed, I said, it was in the middle of November. I said, "By God help, by December for Christmas, this foot gonna better, you're gonna walk, you're gonna go out to your bend. Don't ever think before Christmas where people like to shop and so on." And I prophesied to her, I said, "You're gonna be better and well for Christmas. This gonna," and within like a week or two, it started to come up from the hole, because it was at the bone, and it started to, come up, not touching at the bone anymore, and filling up, and and I would dress it. And by Christmas, as I predict, that girl better. She's a big woman now. She's still 32, 33. She have a child and her foot better. And so much experience I had. There was a young lady again was living downstairs. She had a baby, and the nurse told her that she had to keep on the dressing for 6 weeks. That would kill her. You have to take off that like in days to get that thing, dress it with a little alcohol, a little this and that. And she said, nurse, and nurse. I said, no, 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 nurse, you have to dress it. You can't leave it like that. And after 3 weeks, one morning, she called me, was crying. I said, Miss Carlene Scott, I came off ministry trip. Come here, look at this. A lot of pus coming down on my pad and, just bleeding and this and that. And I said, I tell you what to do. So we end up get the alcohol and get things, and she pulled it off. And I even went down. I don't know. My grandmother used to like to go around and bathe old elderly people. I don't know. I get that gift from my grandmother. I have that old, because I used to follow her. She would go around and people that cripple or helpless, my grandmother used to bathe them and, take off their clothes, change them and so on. And my mom too, she take care of a lot of elderly people. Her father, my grandmother, when she get old, my aunt, quite a few elderly people, and they used to live into my home, or we have to look, and I used to help my mom with them. So I just get that passion to like to be a nurse to take care. Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
So I started to dress it for her and show her what to do. And the other 3 weeks now, she go to the clinic, and the doctor said to her, you're better nicely. Oh, what? She said, but doctor, the nurse told me not to take off this, and it was a good neighbor after 3 weeks. And the doctor said, you would die. Oh my God, you couldn't keep on it for 6 weeks. You'd have to dress it. And, so many people life God allowed me to save. I could go on and on like that.
I'm hearing all these great testimonies of
Yes.
your, good health and
Yes.
your knowledge from what you do.
Yes.
Is there anything else about your business that because we're going to wrap this up. It's getting, I have interviews. Tell me something more about your business that you want people to know.
Yes. Okay. So this now, God inspired me late last year that this year is for your New Year resolution. You're going to set up this club. So I called my lawyer, tell her, choose the name, do that, and the rest is history. And now it's up and running. And what I'm here to do is to help people. So I say to them, if I give you a fish health-wise, I fed you for just one day or a short time. But if I show you how to fish health-wise, I fed you for a lifetime. So that's why I have these short courses, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, that I'll walk them through. I have solution for constipation. A lot of people go to bathroom and they need to do number 2, them squeezing, and I guide them on that too, how to, because that's just something you enjoy. It should be,
Right.
Colon again is a killer, number 1 killer. A lot of people don't know to take care of their colon.
I see for cancer.
Yes. But because what happened, why it become a cancerous is because of the tax in there that you don't take care of, you don't clean that place and this and that. So that's where now it becomes cancerous. And the moment doctor touch it, even if my client, I said, I will help you if doctor don't do surgery. I don't like when doctor touch it because they don't live long after. Anytime them go into your colon, you don't live long after because it's not to be touched. Right. And so I'm very effective in that. When I did my colon stuff, the doctor said to my doctor, anything should that diet, let you continue. 10 years we should come back. I did my mama do all my tests, and I am in my 50s and I have no lifestyle diseases. I go to the doctor to do my blood work and my cholesterol each year, every 2 years. And that's what I've done for my client, that they don't go to the doctor because they're sick. You don't have to be sick. Yeah, so that's what I'm about, Michael.
I'm glad you're healthy, and I'm glad you have this knowledge and you have this website. Yes. We're going to wrap this up, and I appreciate you and talking to me.
Yes.
I'll send you an email, and that email is going to ask you for some information, like maybe a logo, your website, your business name. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this interview. I'll put that information on it. And I'm also going to post this. I have a couple of newspapers I'm going to post this in.
Oh my God.
I'm going to post this in my YouTube channel. I'm going to post it on the page. And, with hopes that, you get more eyes on your business and more attention on your business.
I appreciate it, Michael.
So I can help.
Yes. Thank you so much. And could you give me a copy of the video? Is it possible?
Yeah. So what's going to happen is everywhere I post this, I'm going to send you a link to all I post, so you can send it out to your network and share that to your network, and hopefully that will help your brand also. So
thank God.
That also afterwards.
Yes. Thank you so much, Michael.
You're welcome. I appreciate you being here and your story about your business.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.